Hi everyone, Omar Kazarski, Creative Director of Bauer Web Solutions, www.bauerwebsolutions.com, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to add and edit a page to your WordPress site using WordPress version 3.31. WordPress is an open source software to allow you to create a blogging website. A blog or a blog post is a running commentary or an article that you would create either on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis about a particular topic or a series of topics. WordPress can also, along with allowing you to create blog postings, can also allow you to create static pages, whereas the content never changes or doesn't change that often. So I'm going to show you here. If you visit our website, you'll see information about our WordPress services and as well as a demo. This is a WordPress demo which is based upon a rudimentary base installation of WordPress. And I wanted to bring your attention in this particular installation of WordPress. We have, in essence, a 3-section website. 2 WordPress pages, or technically 3 WordPress pages. The third WordPress page is the repository for the collection of WordPress blog posts. So if I look here, I have a menu here. Here's my home page, and I just have some basic content here. Here's my about page and my blog page, where my blog page is where my blogs or accessed and added onto. So to access the backend administration of WordPress, every installation of WordPress is different, but a standard installation, usually if you go to the blog section or look in your sidebar, in most cases there should be a link for login. So I'm going to log in to the site to allow me to edit it. Okay. Now in previous videos we've talked about the overview of what the dashboard is in general terms, as well as what a post is and how to edit a post. On this particular video I'm going to focus on page content. So if I look here on the left hand side of these various categories here, I have a section here for pages. So if I click on pages, you see that I have 3 pages here: the home, about, and blog. So if I look at the home page, if I move my mouse over home, I'll see this edit link appear, so I can click on that. And this allows me to edit the page. I could change the name of the title as well as the content. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the actual step-by-step mechanics of changing the content here, or the toolbar, or the upload. Very simply, due to the fact that we have another video posted on how to edit posts to WordPress. So if you do a Google search for Bauer Web Solutions and adding a WordPress post, this is the same exact mechanism. How you type in here, add text, make it bold, make it italics, the alignment, the kitchen sink, all of that stuff, adding pictures, etc. So right now I'll just create a very simple edit. Feel free to contact us with your questions. Okay, so this is already a page that already exists. Oop, and I got a little spelling error there. This is a page that already exists, so I'm just going to simply update it. All right, so let me show you how to add a new page here. Let's say we wanted a brand new section. We have a home section, we have an about section, and a blog section. One thing that's going to be critical here is I want you to notice here a couple of things with this home page. You notice how here it says no parent, and we also have a template of where to base it upon, meaning kind of a variation of the layouts here. So I was using the default layout. But notice here how the home page, the order I have set to 0. So in computer terminology, when you're counting an amount of something, in the different computer languages, you don't start at 1, you actually start at 0. So the fact that the order here is 0 for the home page means it's going to be the very first one in our list. If I look at the all pages again link here on the left hand side, let's look at the about page here, and I can edit that. You can see here, here's my content again, and you notice here the order is 2. So this is going to be the next one in the list. If something had another page had a order number of 1, it would actually precede the about page. So usually when I'm creating these pages, I'll usually space them out by 2 or 3 digits if I need to shuffle them around, which I will show you. And if I go to the blogs page here, there's really nothing on it, but you notice how we have order of 4. So let's say I wanted to add another page just before the blog section. So maybe I'll add a services page. So if I go to my pages section here, up on the top I have a add new pages button, so I'll click on that. And let's say I'm going to call it services, and I'll just put in some text for the time being. We offer a variety of widget related services. Okay? And if I want it to be a main navigation, I would say no parent, and I can choose the different layout style here. And here's the order. So with the order, remember I wanted to put it before the blog entry, and the blog entry had that page had an order of 4, so I'm going to make this 3. So if I publish this page, publish means you're making it live and it's available for the world to see. It is now up there. So I can, if I go to the top left hand corner of my browser window to that dark gray bar, I can visit the site and see what it actually looks like. You'll now see I have a home page, an about page, a new services page. That is before the blog section, because remember we changed the order of that services page to number 3. And you can see here, there is my page. Now notice in this particular example, if I go to the home page, I just see the content here. Same thing with the about page. With the services page, however, I do have this section to leave a reply. So people, whether they log in or not, depending upon how you have your permissions for your WordPress site set up, they could actually leave a comment here, which is fine. I mean, usually you reserve the ability to comment things on blog postings. But there's no rule that says you can't have people comment on a static page. However, you might feel like this comment section is redundant in the case of services, or one of your static pages. So how do we edit that? And actually, this is something, if I go back and let's say I edit this page here, in order to get rid of those comments, it's actually something that you don't actually do within the full page editor here. You actually have to do it within the quick editor. So it's kind of a little quirky thing with WordPress. So if I go to the pages section, I'm going to view all the pages. And we're going to edit the services page here. But instead of saying edit, we're going to choose quick edit. So if I choose quick edit, it's just giving me the information here is like, the title and the slug and the modification date or the creation date if I wanted to actually change that. I can also password protect it if I didn't want it to be accessible to the general public. Someone would need to put in a password to actually see the content of that page. It's a main page, as I said before, and here's the order and the template here. But this is where we turn off the ability to add comments. So again, if you create a page, not a blog posting, but a page, and you do not want people to actually comment on that static page, you create the page, you publish it, and then you go back in and you choose quick edit, not edit, but quick edit, and allow comments. You turn that off. So I'm going to update that. So if I now look at my site, I'm going to look at the services section, you'll see that there's no ability to add comments. Now, one other thing that I will show you in regards to pages here. If I was editing the services page, whether it be in the edit mode, the full edit mode, or the quick edit mode, if we talk about the parent situation here, if I choose parent none, it's going to make it a main navigation, and it's going to show up within the main navigation order depending upon what number you have in the order section. But let's say I want it to be a subsection of one of my main areas. So maybe I want it to go uh, about as the parent. Then the order here would be relative to that submenu. So let's just say I have 3 or 5 pages that are a subsection of about, then I could give each of those its own individual number relative to that suborder. So in this case here, I will say the services page will be a child or of the about page, or that is to say the about page will be its parent, and I'll say I'll have that be number 1 in the order of that submenu. So I'll update that. And if I view the site now, you will notice that services is no longer in the main nav bar, but watch what happens when I roll over about. I see a drop down for the services section. So that's how you can create multiple pages, either as part of your main navigation or as a subsection of one of your main navigational links, and as such adding a kind of drop down menu. The actual menuing system or the visuals of that system, whether your main navigation is horizontal or it's vertical, or if you have drop downs or not, is all dependent upon the theme or the customization of the coding behind the scenes of your basic WordPress installation. This example here is just an out-of-the-box installation, but just to kind of show you the concepts of how to add a page. So finally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to remove a page. So I'm back in my admin here and I go to pages. Let's say I don't want services at all. I can just simply move my mouse over services. I hit trash, and it's moved it to the trash. Okay. Now the trash is actually still the page itself is not actually lost for all time yet. You can see here up on the top of my pages section it says I have 3 pages total right now. 3 of them are published and 1 of them is in the trash. I could actually go into the trash and still see this here. So it's kind of like the recycle bin on a PC or the trash can within a Macintosh. I could restore it and kind of rescue it out from the trash, or if I permanently wanted to get rid of it, I would hit delete permanently. Now that page no longer exists, so I only have my 3 core pages of my site. Okay, and then I'm going to log out by going to the top right hand corner of my browser window to that dark gray WordPress admin bar and hit log out. Brings me back to the login screen, so I can either log in as the same user I was a moment ago or a different user, or click on this bottom link to go back to the main site and view it as a general public viewer. Alright, so that's how you add and edit and delete static pages to your WordPress site. So if you have any questions about WordPress, if you need further guidance or assistance, or you need help creating a WordPress site from scratch, or taking one of your existing WordPress sites and modifying it by customizing its interface or its functionality, please feel free to contact us at www.bowerwebsolutions.com.